Ooh. What up? What up? What up? Feel like we just go live. We are at the combines. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see. Dang. Hold up. Turn this on real quick. Dang. What up? What up? What up? What up? Let's see. All right. What up? What up? All right. Cool. 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 All right. We live. We good. Think I just tweeted this wrong. I'm probably just messing it. Yo, Jazzy Jeff, what's good with you, bro? What's good? What's good? What's good? Can y'all hear me good? I am vibing at the hotel. Let me make sure I sent this tweet. Look, I probably messed this tweet up. Let's tie. Chilling, chilling. So yeah, hold up one sec, y'all. Let me get right. All right, we good, man. All right. So what's up, y'all? We are in Indianapolis. We are at the combine. So to my dog Angry, Cowboys fan. What's up with you, bro? So we're at the combine here in Indianapolis, gearing up for the festivities, man. And I just got here. I got here like an hour ago. Um, so yeah, sounds very, very, very good. Okay, cool. Got here about 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, right? Honestly, I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't know how far Indianapolis was from Kansas City. It was on like a 45-minute flight, so it was super quick, right, up and down. So, got to Indy, went downstairs, had some food because I haven't ate all damn day, so I was starving. And it's kind of cool because a lot of people, because I'm literally like right by the combines, they're like right there. So it's kind of cool because a lot of scouts, there's a lot of media people here. So I was sitting downstairs, enjoying some wings. They didn't have a steak, so I had to get my wings, right? Having some food, but I'm talking to a lot of people, and talked to a few scouts. And I said the crazy. Hope y'all don't mind, man. It's nice. I'm about to eat some candy and talk to y'all, right? You know what I'm saying? I get my candy on the road. Um, but a lot of scouts there kind of talking. So I talked to a scout from the Jets, talked to a scout from, where's he from? Tampa, talked to a scout from Minnesota, and there's a guy from New Orleans, right? So they're kind of all over just in town, kind of talking about a few things. And the crazy part about it, like when you kind of do that, it lets you know the players that you kind of circled and pinpoint that, oh, okay, it's going to be my little sleeper. They're already on it. They're already on it. Ha ha, Tuck. You thought you got us, but they're already on it. I was talking to the guy from Tampa about corner because they want to go defense. So Tampa is thinking like defense, defense, defense. He's like, bro, we gotta address our defense. Like we're just gonna be a defense heavy draft for Tampa. So go ahead and circle that. Um, and there was like talking about corner, and we're having this conversation now. Three of the guys, honestly, they were like, they don't see Travis Hunter great at either position. I disagree. I feel like Travis Hunter can pick a side and he's going to be great at either or, whether it's wide receiver or cornerback. I feel like he's going to be perfectly fine. They don't kind of see it that way. Um, so they were talking about the cornerback's position specifically. The name that they kept mentioning a lot was Benjamin Morrison out of Notre Dame. Now, me personally, I like Benjamin Morrison. He's 6 foot, like 185, give or take, right? But there's other corners who I feel like jump a little bit more for me. Now, I don't think the Cowboys should go corner first round, but they are mentioning Benjamin Morrison a lot. I was like, okay. Um, but yeah, I agree. I think Travis Hunter is better. I don't know, man. It was hard. I was going to do a whole video on that. Like, is Travis Hunter a corner or wide receiver? And when I watched the film, it's like it really depends on what I need, right? It really depends on what I need. So if I'm a team, let's say I'm the Patriots, I really don't need another lockdown corner opposite of Christian Gonzalez. I need a playmaker. I need playmakers. So I would have him play wide receiver. But let's say, for instance, it was another team and you were already solidified at the wide receiver position, then I would have him at corner. So it really comes down to need. I can't really pinpoint and say, oh, he is this or he is that. I feel like it depends on whatever team that he goes to, and what he kind of actually need. But they spoke very highly about Benjamin Morrison out of Notre Dame, and they kind of have him as like their top three. And this only three scouts, right? So don't take this with a grain of salt. But they were talking very highly about Benjamin Morrison. But the player that I mentioned, I was like, yeah, there's a lot of good quarters. I was talking about Jade Barron out of Texas. I was also talking about what's his name, Siobhan Revel Jr. out of ECU. But I think he has the ACL injury, so it's going to come down to medical. So like the bigger physical guys, right? Wanye's brother Azare Thomas out of Florida State, they really love him because he's only like 20 years old, barely. So they were talking about him. But then I was like, I know a guy who I feel like it's a sleeper who I kind of got circled. And I'm kind of excited to see them because tomorrow is DBs and tight ends for the interview. So we'll get to interview the tight ends and the defensive back. So corners, safeties, and tight ends. But like a guy that I really like out of they're like, don't even say it. It's Darian Porter. I was like, God damn. So they, oh yeah, we love Darian Porter. Like Darian Porter, man defense. I'm like, well, what I'm saying? All right, never mind. I'll shut up. You know what I'm saying? I thought I had me a little sneaking Darian Porter. Now, I don't think like Darian Porter is like a gem that no one's really talking about, right? But I didn't know if he was extremely high on other people's radars. Talked to the guy from the Bucks. He really likes Kobe Bryant. I'm out of Kansas, so I talked to him about the Mamba. I told him I cover, the Kansas Jayhawks. Talked to him about Kobe and also Mello Dotson who play on the other side. So it's cool, man. Like it's just we're just sitting down, talking ball with a bunch of scouts and media people. It's like draft Comic Con, you know what I'm saying? So I'm already having fun and we haven't even got started yet. Um, see, what's this college? Is it a collage? Am I on collage? Am I on collage or something? I don't know. I thought it's went live. Um, like Harold Fannin Jr., he's a good Gates was open for San Diego. Yeah, so tight ends tomorrow. So tight end, you guys know me. Y'all know I love the tight end position. Jokingly, I've been saying it when it comes to Tyler Warren. Would I take Tyler Warren in the first round? I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I know Cowboys fans would kind of flip shit if we did, right? But Tyler Warren's a weapon, man. He can block well. He can get open to space, solid hands, physical after the catch. Like he does a lot of those things that you're looking for in a tight end. Would I take him being serious? Probably not. But if the board got wiped out, I would strongly consider Tyler Warren. I would strongly consider Tyler Warren if we got wiped out. We got Colston Loveland, Harold Fannin, you guys are mentioned. Also, you got Elijah Arreo out of Miami. Gunnar Helm is going to be interesting. Gunnar Helm, the guy that I'm looking forward tomorrow to see or talk to is Rondé Gatson II out of Syracuse. Um, Trying to think. Yeah, Caden Priscorn out of Ole Miss. So I mean, this tight end class, I like them. I don't really love them, right? But I feel like there's going to be some quality guys. You got Terrence Ferguson also out of Oregon as well. So those are some of the guys I'm kind of just keeping. Oh, Luke Lashley out of Iowa, of course. Duh. So some of those kind of guys I'm kind of really focusing on. But from the Cowboys standpoint, I don't think that they would go tight end again, right? I would be shocked, you know what I'm saying? And it depends on who, right? But after they already spent premium on Ferguson, they already spent premium on Schoonmaker. They have Fant that we have. They also I'm not sure what's gonna happen with John Stevens because two knee injuries back to back. So I think they're good at tight end, but just from a conversation standpoint, I feel like Tyler Warren is not just a tight end, he's more of a weapon that can be utilized in a lot of different ways. And I will say this, whether whoever it needs to be, right? Whether it's Ferguson, you know what I'm saying, or Schoon, somebody needs to start stressing the middle of the field, especially for Dak Prescott. So whoever that's going to be, they need to really get into rhythm and figure it out when it comes to Dak, because Dak likes to play the game from the inside out. It means he likes to read the middle of the field to the outside. That's why Dalton Schultz looked like a tight end god in Dallas, because that's where Dak likes to attack, right? So I think that whoever's going to be, I really think it's going to be Jake Ferguson. Jake Ferguson needs to step it up a whole nother level because last year, I know we had the early injury, but yeah, I don't want, I know that's not enough. You know what I'm saying? We just need more from Jake Ferguson. Question: if you can go back to the early 20s and give yourself advice, what would it be and why? Oh, that is a great question. So that's kind of like a morning walk and talk question. Um, what I would say for young 20-year-old J Tuck, shit, there's so much, man. There's so much. A whole lot. Um, I would tell them these people really don't matter, right? These people, these things that you really try to impress or took advice from and hang out to kind of fit in and be cool and what we were doing at the time, not going into details, they don't matter. Like a lot of those people, I don't even talk to. You know what I'm saying? They're people I have friends on Facebook, and honestly, like so the way that I use, like you guys see me on Twitter or other social media platforms, is how I used to be on Facebook. I rarely check my Facebook these days. Um, but those people didn't matter. I was so focused on, what my friends were doing. And if they was hitting the club, then I had to hit the club. And if we were drinking and they were drinking and smoking, you know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to kind of be, amongst the crowd, do what everybody else is doing. Like as you start to grow and progress, like you really see those people, talk to those people, they're really not important, right? But of course, when you're younger and my kids are younger, right, they kind of go to this. They feel like their friends are their world, right? Or their girlfriend right now is their world. But it's really not. You're not even going to talk to half these people, man. I talk to DMV more than I talk to those people who I was trying to hang out with and impress back when I was 20. So that would be my advice. Also, man, what I'm saying, the smart girl, that's the one you should pick, man. You know what I'm saying? The bottle girls and dancers and all that, leave all that stuff alone, Tuck. Just go get you a good one and just be good. I probably would have just been president of the United States if I would have just stuck with my wife back then and didn't, what I'm saying, try to be flashy, right? Live toxic, man. DMV, what's going on with you, dog?
I'm about to say, what the hell y'all talk about?
No, well,
Talking
we was
about
we was
bottle girl.
talking about the draft, but then he asked me. I'm gonna ask you the same question because I know you probably know. You asked me what advice would I give my 20-year-old self, and I was like, man, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I was saying that focusing on the people back then, they're really not as important as you think they are. You see what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So
I,
so
honestly, bro, I actually think it's focus on your goals and the people that's gonna be around for you. They'll be around. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
Like I spent a lot of time in my 20s, hell, in some of my 30s, worried about people that wasn't really worried about me the same way. So
right,
if you focus on your goals, the right people will align. You know what I'm saying? The right
right,
things will align.
right. Yeah, and see a lot of the things we were focusing on back then, I like to read. Like even to this day, like I like to read, right? But back then, reading wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? Like going to
Yeah.
the library and just reading books and stacking knowledge, like that wasn't deemed cool. You see what I'm saying? So it was like more hit the club, pour shots, DJ, rack, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, saving, investing. Like so, like I'm a knowledge connoisseur. Like I read books, like what I'm saying. DMV will tell you, bro. When we travel, like sometimes we go to boxing. Like I just like to be in my room. Like when I'm probably done with you, I'm probably gonna crack open a book. I eat a little candy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm about to say we don't go. We very calculated when we go out.
Right, yeah, we go out, we have fun, but then we back. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, then I'll chill and read a book, watch the game. I'm about to watch some more draft film, and that's it, man. Because for me, I tell people doing what we do, like that's me going out. Like me going to the combine and smoking shit tomorrow, that's me going to the club. Like that's
Hell
me getting
yeah.
fresh. You see what I'm saying? Like that's me getting fresh. I don't need to go out to the club in Indy. I'm about to go to the combine. I'm about to smoke this shit tomorrow, y'all. I've been cool. I've been chilling. I've been kind of seeing some of the questions. Like, the Wizards here, man. It's time to get to work. It's time to get to work. But DFB, what's going on with you, dog, man? How you feeling this evening, bro?
Pretty good, bro. Look, like I told you, bro, I get my high off of really just being out on the field and coaching. So
Right.
there's a dead period for high school, and so my guy who coaches at a high school, he couldn't coach his guys, so he tasked me with that, and I've been spending all day racking my brain, like, all right, what am I going to do with this 7-on-7 team? They got a tournament this week and all this type of stuff. And we did the damn thing today, so
Mm.
you know me, man. My endorphins really, really kick in when I'm on that field. So
Right. Yeah, and that's really exciting part. Just just like I said, this is my first combine, but even with some of the guys that I have on the channel, it's just like being around the game. What up, Lou? What's going on with you, bro? Being around the game and seeing some of these kids like dreams possibly come true or grinding for their goals, like it's exciting. You know what I'm saying? I'm pulling for them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's for some of these guys, when I kind of talk to you behind the scenes, I'm like, I'm kind of damn near probably more nervous than they are. You know what I'm saying? Because I want it for them. But um, it's just exciting. It's exciting to be around the game of football. That's why I always tell you guys like why I love doing draft content because it's just ball. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's just film, study, analytics. Can you play? Can they not play? It's not a lot of other stuff we deal with when we kind of cover, our other dysfunctional team. But DMV, what I was talking about earlier, I'll let you chime in because I know we kind of did this show with Rock Carmichael. I was saying it's kind of like Comic Con for like draft heads, you know what I'm saying? So I was down in the lobby, talked to a few scouts from different teams while I was at the bar eating dinner, and they were talking about the cornerback position specifically. And about 3 out of 5, they have Benjamin Morrison out of Notre Dame, like their number one corner. So what's kind of
That's
shocked me,
interesting.
yeah. So I like Benjamin Morrison. I know I personally wouldn't put him at number one. I would probably have him like 4. I'm more of a Baron guy, you know what I'm saying? But what's kind of your thoughts on the cornerback position? We're talking about Travis Hunter. 2 of them was like he's not really great at either. I'm like, nah. I feel like
But you
he
know what
is.
though, Tuck? Remember last year? I don't know if you remember. But remember last year we were looking at Notre Dame. We was like, who the hell? Like he was number 20, right?
Right, right.
Remember we
Uh-huh.
was like, man, I wish he was coming out this year.
Right.
So I think it might be an accumulation of tape. But last year he put together a really good
Really
year.
good tape.
Damn, yeah. So
Yeah.
you got to remember that. I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
definitely see that.
He 1000% did. And the crazy part about it is it's hard, right? Because I'm here at the combine, but normally draft season, I put earmuffs on because I don't want to be swayed. But now it's like, all right, so once again, after I get off of y'all, I'm about to go crunch the tape again and say, okay, do I see number one? Like I said, I think Will Johnson is smooth. I still would go Travis Hunter. I feel like Travis Hunter is just a pure playmaker at the position. But
Yeah,
Jade Barron out of Texas, I like him. Physical man, corner guy. Azare Thomas, I guess talking about earlier, Wanye's brother. So, you know, I would say he's my top 5, but I wouldn't say pure overall number 1 corner. You see what I'm
yeah.
saying?
It's weird. Remember last year we were watching a lot of Maris, and it was like he stood out. It's like who the hell is that
Mm-hmm.
corner?
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's important when you do watch film that when you see somebody pop out,
Just write
you
them down
remember
now. Write them down
exactly.
now. That happened. The kid out of Illinois, corner out of Illinois, Xavier Scott out of Illinois, because I was covering the Kansas game and he had 3 interceptions. And I was like, man, who the hell is this kid? You know what I'm saying? And so you kind of just circle the name around and kind of come back to it. So it's kind of the process. But so yeah, I remember Morrison last year when we were watching Maris and also what was the other linebacker that was next to him?
Bertrand, right?
Bertrand, yeah, JD Bertrand. So it's like, all right, well, who's number 20? So yeah, he's a talented corner. He played well. The hard part I would say for me is when you watch Morrison once again, it's that impact because you have to really focus on him because of Xavier Watts, right? You have Xavier Watts,
Xavier
you
Watts
know
is
what I'm saying?
goods, bro.
Yeah, so
It's
Xavier
goods,
Watts, like,
bro.
you know what I'm saying? It's like looking at, what I'm saying, you're being in a club, you know what I'm saying? You talking to a girl, but then her friend come up, you're just like, what I'm saying?
Notre
It
Dame
kind
had
of
a good
feels,
ass defense, bro. Like I mean,
yeah, they had a
people
good
sleeping on
defense.
Howard Cross too at the D tackle position.
Right.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, they did. No, yeah, Notre Dame had a really good team. I think a lot of people kind of slept on it. Yeah, Paul, Will Johnson out of Michigan is coming out this year. So yeah, I feel like Will Johnson, Travis Hunter,
I think
flavors.
it's I think it's Trav than Will, but depending on what you want to do, if you just want to go pure corner, pure like, I mean it's weird. So if we go pure corner, I think I probably would go Will Johnson, but with
Mhm.
Trav, you got corner plus you got a guy that can give you 12 plays on offense.
Right. Exactly. So if you're looking just for more bang for your buck, right, it's going to be Travis Hunter. But if you're just looking for, I need a pure corner, then I would say probably Will Johnson would probably be my guy. Um, Now I was talking about, I'm not sure if you watched them, but out of ECU, Siobhan Revel Jr. Um, out of ECU. I know he had the ACL injury. So he would be one of those guys, y'all. It depends. You know how the Cowboys like to get their doctors, right? Uh, a guy
Yeah.
because he had I think his ACL injury was what, like October or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Um, so you could see a situation where he could possibly slide a little bit, maybe it's like the third, possibly because of medicals. So if you're looking for a value at the cornerback position, you can probably maybe grab him, but it all depends on the medicals and how soon he's going to return. But when it comes to the cornerback position, bro, like, are you even looking at it as a priority? Like, how soon are you looking at it on your board?
So I haven't done a super deep dive in the corner yet. I just been dibbing and dabbling a little bit. I kind of want to see these guys run, see who does what, then kind of on the back end. But I do
Yeah.
think corner's one of those positions to me that if you're in a situation where the top corner falls to you at 12 or something like that, and it's Will Johnson, you just go ahead and take him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I also feel like corner's a position that maybe we can address in free agency or
Right.
put a couple band-aids there and focus on the front seven. Um,
Yeah.
I think it just depends on the player. If the player is a really good player and it just so happens to be there, you go ahead and you take them. But I I don't think corner's a bigger need than running back. I don't think
Mm-mm.
it's a bigger need than linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Linebacker to me, because of how thin we are kind of there, I think that's a need. Um, I think that D tackle is a need. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't put corner over those, but if the player's better than the guys that we would try to reach to fill those needs, then go get the corner.
My guy Tyron Church said, I don't want belt buckle. I started, man. Oh man, yeah, man. I don't know about Kelly Carson, bro. Like he duped me. He duped me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and also it really depends, right? And I haven't paid much attention to it, like, how serious was Trayvon's knee surgery and how long he's expected to be out. Um, but also we have a situation to find out what we're gonna do with Deron Bland. So of course what happens with Jay Lou could be a leading indicator. Um, we can kind of look at those things, but I would probably say day 3 for corner. I agree. I think defensive tackle, running back, wide receiver. I mean, if you want to even put that in there for my guy Lou,
Yeah.
offensive line, I feel like those are more pressing need than corner because we really got to get stronger in the trenches up
Yeah,
front.
Eberflus is more of a front seven type guy to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we're so used to see everybody saying corner because we so used to how Dan Quinn ran things. It
Backhand,
was
ball
more
hawks.
back
Yeah.
end. It was back end first, then up front. But I think Eberflus is more linebacker centric.
Right.
And with Overshown being out, like I definitely think we got to fill that void because he's not coming back until God knows when.
So let's get to it, man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably about I don't know. Probably I'm looking at my notes here. Probably 14 linebackers in at this point, yo. It hasn't jumped for me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like maybe I'm comparing to like the last 2 classes, but there hasn't really because like I'm looking at pure linebacker, not edge guys, right? Like not 3, 4
A lot of
guys, right?
tweeners, bro. A lot of
Yeah, it's a
tweeners.
lot of tweeners. So, I talked about Colin Oliver out of Oklahoma State. Like, he's more of a tweener guy. You see what I'm saying? Had high production, then he moved to the linebacker. So, what is he really? You also have like Braden, what's his name? Braden Swinson or whatever out of LSU. Um, it doesn't a linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't see linebackers. I'm seeing these edges, speedy Ben guys,
Yeah,
but a pure linebacker, I'm just not seeing it. I know someone just mentioned Stuntsman, Higgins, Lindenberg, also Jahad Campbell.
yeah. I like Higgins, but
Yeah. See, even like with Jalen Walker,
ain't
I
nobody
don't
you in love with. I feel you, bro. And that's the whole draft, though. To be honest with you, like if you
right,
think about it in general, there's a lot of people you like, but there's nobody you really in love with.
right. Yeah. Not
And the only
not
reason
not
we're not in love with Abdul Carter is because we don't think we're gonna get him.
Right, right. And see, and those love players, I mean, the only love player I think that would be available for the Cowboys, would I take him at 12? Probably not, would be Amari Hampton. I feel like he's one of those ones that I love. But even when it comes to like Luther Burton, I like him, but I can be talked out of him easily. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's the situation. So, sometimes you can't force it, y'all. Like a lot of people are like, oh, who's your guys? I'm just like, it's probably like 4 or 5 of them, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna take a little work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like when it comes to linebacker, I'm just not seeing pure linebackers. He also got what's his name out of Ohio State? Cody Simmons, you know.
Okay.
But see those guys, it's like uh what was his name? My guy Captain Jack, right? My guy Captain Jack that went to Detroit out of Iowa. It's like you see it there, but it doesn't. jump. And y'all know me when we do linebacker film, I'm always looking for guys that jump off the screen. And when it comes to like Colin Oliver out of Oklahoma State, he jumps off the screen, but he jumps off as a edge rusher. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's just one of those things. Just one of those things, man. So linebackers going to take some work. I would say honestly, y'all, we might have to spend some moolah, some money, because I see Overshown working out. Doubt he returns this year. I don't even want him to. I'll be honest. I don't want him to
We
return.
probably should buy a backer, bro. I mean,
Well, I was talking to Rio, so he slipped my dog Rio, who covers the Commanders. I mean, he's gonna be older, but it could be now. Hey guys, now the Cowboys go get Bobby Wagner. What I'm saying? Like Bobby Wagner would be a Dallas Cowboys special now. You know what I'm saying? After Dan Quinn probably utilized like the last year he had, it'll be a
fact.
name that people would know. So, you know, would even Eric Kendricks return back? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I mean, another year older and then another different scheme. Like,
Different scheme. And he was going to San Fran anyway. He only did that for Zim. So it's like, so you lose that. So you're gonna have Marist, Damone Clark, what's the other linebacker? I forgot they what was a who was the other linebacker, y'all? The white guy. Yeah, him. But he can probably go. What was his name? He was special teams guy, play middle linebacker. Um,
my bad.
I
I've been
forget.
sitting here trying to find the charger, bro.
Oh, you good, you good, you good. Yeah, Nick Virgil. That's it. Nick Virgil. Yeah. Nick Vigil or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, so like those guys, like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Nick
yeah,
Vigil.
our linebacker core, y'all,
Well, I
it's
like Darius Harris. We never really tried him, but from the Chiefs, like when we
yeah.
saw him in preseason, he was making plays. We never gave him a shot.
But they were trying to make another cute story with Will Harvey out the USFL and doing all that again. So I feel like linebacker, y'all, is a red blinking light once again when it comes to the Cowboys, but I don't think it can be fixed in the draft. Now, I saw someone mention Nick Bolton. I would take Nick Bolton in a heartbeat. I know how much I love Nick Bolton.
Would you take him for 20 mil? That's the only
Mm,
thing.
is he going to be 20?
The only thing, the only thing I like. I mean, the thing I like about it is, he gonna play.
Yeah, he's gonna play hard. And his IQ is off the charts. Coverage leaves a little bit lackluster. But tackling machine, come downhill, like he's a green dot guy. Like he's just, what I'm saying, that's just who he was out of, Missouri. 20 mil, that's a little too rich for my blood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
I might gotta go a little Stephen Jones. You're like, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be able to do
I was
it.
looking at the market for backer, and I'm just like, see, Kansas City was getting by. They was getting by with one of the best at his position, and I
Right.
maybe paid him 5 this year on the
Right.
fifth
Yeah,
year. And
because
it's
he
like,
was he was in remember he's in the same draft as Micah. So because he
it's
went,
his turn to get
yeah,
paid. So
yeah. Now we should have just drafted him, instead of going corner in that draft. But so Dre Greenlaw, someone's mentioned Dre Greenlaw. So what would your thoughts be on getting Dre Greenlaw?
I'm all right with it. I mean, like I said, I think we got a shortage of real killers.
Mhm.
I had to edit myself on that one, but we real killers on this team. Like I think we need I think we need an abundance of real killers. And
Right.
one of them.
Someone to point gun gestures at you, you know what I'm saying, at your muscle. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I
Exactly.
like. You know what I'm saying? Like Big Dom was supposed to be the Eagles protector. Greenlaw pointed a gun at him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need that type of, you know
Hey,
what I'm
hey, I'm
saying?
about to ask a real weird question here. Eagles fans gonna kill me for this, but I'm just like, what do you find the coincidence that they fell apart when Don went off the sideline, but this year they, what I'm saying, they back on like Big Don might be cheating somehow. I don't know how, but my man,
I
my
mean,
security guy
I,
might.
crazy thing, bro. I met Big Dom. I was at the Super Bowl, talked to him for a little bit. I mean, he seemed hella cool, but it's just like, what is it? What is it that you say that you do? Like, I don't
Is he?
know.
I was say, is he coaching for real? Like,
I
I
don't think
don't know.
so.
Like, That
He's
don't
like
even make
he's
sense.
just like Nick Sirianni's like bodyguard.
So you can't coach without him? Like I don't I don't get it.
I
Like
have no idea.
my man must be intercepting some signals or something, bro. Like I
I don't. Yeah, because like even like so like our knows like when they were at the press conferences, like you had the Eagles PR guy like walk the players out, but when it was Nick Sirianni, it was Big Dom, and Big Dom stood by the podium.
yeah.
And so I'm not sure if it's like a look thing, like I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Something off, bro. Something off. I don't know. Angels in the outfield or something. I can't
mm-hmm,
call it. But
mm-hmm.
I know last year he was gone. They fell apart. This year, man, shit, they got Big Don back. I saw him in the Super Bowl. Like, damn, they about to. Damn, it is what it
Yeah, I'm
is.
not. I'm not sure what he actually does. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man, he might be coaching for real. I don't know what he doing, but
it got to be more. You know what I'm saying? Senior advisor to the general manager, chief security officer, game day coach, and operator. They gave him multiple jobs. And
yeah,
it's just
nah.
mob boss mentality. You know what I'm saying? And like, so here's what I'll say. Like, Jerry has one. Jerry has a big dom. So if you ever see Jerry, there's this Hispanic dude. I forgot what his name is, but he's the one. He don't say much. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that don't play. You know what I'm saying? But Mike McCarthy ain't had no muscle. You know what I'm saying? Mike McCarthy ain't had nobody. Mike McCarthy just walk around, you know what I'm saying? No security, G'd up, you know what I'm saying, with all his chains on. But yeah, bro, like Nick Sirianni did not move without Big Dom.
Hey, if I was a team, dog, I would offer Big Dom. Like, what you getting paid? They don't count towards the salary cap. I messed that. I messed that Eagles
Right.
organization.
He's bring him over. Nah, that's what I'm saying. Cowboys gonna get like a big hood dude, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody, you know, with some tattooed tears out there or something to walk around shoddy or something. I don't know what Big Dom really does. But like I said, like Nick Sirianni did not move without him. Like this is like the media room, bro. So what do you need security
You know how
at the
people
media
got
room?
like these comfort pets and stuff like that. These
Right, right, right. It
yeah,
was
he
like
got a
like like
real
like
he got a
like
real
uh
live
like
dog
Diddy
with him.
like Diddy and Mr. Bentley or something like that.
Yeah.
There's okay, so yeah, what was job be in Dallas though? Probably the same in Philly. Just walk around, look mean. You know what I'm saying? Just look mean. I don't know. Would y'all break the bank or back to block to Miles Garrett from going to the Eagles? I don't know, man. I don't
It,
because Howie is starting to sound a little Stephen Jones-ish, you know what I'm saying? Because he said today, he's like, hey, we're gonna do something that's probably a little uncomfortable for Eagles fans, but you're gonna have to be paid, so they probably gonna have to, peel somebody off who's probably a favorite. I don't think they're gonna
we
probably
don't got
get
enough
Miles
to get
Garrett.
him, dog. We don't got enough to
Yeah.
get him without
We don't
getting
have
like
enough to get
something
him.
too
We don't have the
valuable.
nuts to
Yeah.
go get him. And honestly, I don't think we need him, to be honest with y'all.
I don't either. I would like. I mean, if he was a free agent, I say go make it happen. But the fact that you got to trade for him and then you're gonna have to figure out the
Right.
money
Trade
part,
and
it's
pay
just a
him.
little bit too much.
Right. Right. Instead of doing that, I'd rather just move up in the draft and try to go get Abdul Carter. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're gonna do all that, so it would sound nice in the fantasy world. Now I know someone has mentioned take out Miles Garrett, but Joey Bosa, I think he's possibly could be the free agent, possibly Joey Bosa. That could be some consideration. But let me ask you this, bro: what is your thoughts on D Law? You think D Law's gone?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I think so. Now,
Yeah.
if they, I'll just tell you this much. And look, I'll just be reading two and two. You bring D Law back, and you ain't working on no deal with Micah. It's only gonna get harder. It's
Mm,
only gonna get even tougher because
good point.
I can tell you that can't have two lines in the pride, dog. And
Right.
to be honest with you, D Law is the older line, like long in the two, with
I mean,
what we
him and
talked
Dak
about.
are the last Lions. Him and Dak pretty much the last Lions now with no more Zach Martin. I mean, the old Lions. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
So,
I think that we need to kind of go more. I think we need to go towards this youth movement because I just like the way that we played with Micah and CD as the guys. You know,
mhm,
I
right.
I like I liked how we attacked, even though we were outgunned. I just liked how we were scrappy, and we fought, and the guys kind of fell in line with that. So
Hmm.
that's just me, though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I'm an advocate for real killers, and You need your real killers to lead.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And Micah also mentioned it too. He said, hey, when some of those guys were out, we were still able to win games. Now, Micah, selfishly, I wish you would have set your ass down. It didn't win some games because we could have been having a whole Travis Hunter conversation or an Abdul conversation right now. But you had to come back and beat Tampa and Washington and all sorts of shit and go out in a blaze of glory for no reason. Um, but yeah, I think it's time, right? I think it's time that we get some fresh energy in Dallas. You see what I'm saying? Because if you're going through the Garrett era, you're going through the Mike McCarthy era, and now the Schottenheimer era, there's still kind of those old DNA traces that's still kind of lingering around, right? So sometimes it's kind of good to kind of have a brand new start, brand new ideas, brand new philosophy, and let the Cowboys and these younger guys building that image. Hey, Sniper Gang, you already know what it is, even if it's not morning or it's night, man. Y'all see these clowns in here, bang bang, get up out of here. I want to pivot over to the quarterback position. Now, I know there was a conversation. Um, Stephen Jones said possibly about drafting a quarterback. Do I think that's going to be with a premium pick, y'all? Probably not. But there was conversations and some of the guys were downstairs were talking about that possibly. They said Will Howard's going to run like a 4.5 or a 4.6 or something like that, which could have him slide. I don't
Yeah,
say that in
I,
case.
I got my eyes on Riley Leonard and Will Howard. And
Me
I know
too.
it sounds crazy. I know they're not sexy prospects when it comes to the quarterback position, but they're leaders and they can
Right.
play. They can play
Right.
some ball. So it's like, all right, maybe if we lose Dak and he gets hurt, these are guys that can come in. They can definitely do what Cooper Rush is doing, and
Right.
they're younger and they might have a higher ceiling. That's my
Right.
thing. Like, why can't a young guy come in and do what Cooper's doing? Y'all ain't
And that,
asking to do a whole bunch of shit.
right. Yeah, you can go out there and manage. And here's the thing, right? It can't be a situation where it's like, oh, well, Cooper Rush knows the bro. It's offense no coordinator number 3. You see what I'm saying? So if Cooper Rush knows Jason Garrett's offense and knows Mike McCarthy's offense and knows Brian Schottenheimer's offense, then what is that telling me? We run the same offense. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, I
Yeah,
feel like, yeah, like you said, like give one of these young guys an opportunity to go out there and put him behind Dak Prescott. Like I know a lot of people saw the film of Jalen Milrow. I'm like, bro, I would draft Jalen Milrow and I would run that tush push right back at Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't, you know what I'm
I
saying?
heard
Like,
bro's supposed to run around the 4.3. I don't know
yeah.
how
And so
true
if he
that
if he
is,
runs
but
a 4.3 and with that size and all he needs is a few big throws, he's gonna get back in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Hold up
yeah.
one second. Let me go grab my charger now. Hold up.
Yeah. But what I do need, and why you're going to get your charger, man, I need one of these young quarterbacks. I need them to look when they show up in that locker room or they show up in the meeting rooms. I need Dak to look at them and say, yo, if I ain't on my shit, bro, and this young boy gets an opportunity, like I might not see my job again.
Right. Right. And they try to do that with Trey, but um,
I
I
mean,
got this. I
But
got
Dak
this.
saw Trey. So Trey couldn't do basic things, and when Dak saw
Right,
Trey
right,
do
right,
basic things, he wasn't threatened.
right.
Like,
I
oh
got this.
really?
Got this
Y'all ain't
new
gonna sign me
tripod,
back.
y'all. Your boy
That's
got this new motorized tripod and shit. Y'all, we upgrade the equipment. You know what I'm saying? I forgot to work it. All right. Oh, let's see. All right, there you go. Kind of cool. So yeah, we upgrading over here. So motorized. It would track me and everything, man. If I want to run around the room, it'll track me and all sorts of stuff. It's been kind of cool. So yeah, I agree, bro. I feel like competition is always needed, and I feel like it shouldn't just stop with Dak Prescott, right? I feel like, you know, bring in a guy where start having those whispers a little bit, it's only gonna make Dak step up. You see what I'm saying?
shoot. It
Um,
ain't just him. It's with Micah too. Get another pass
right,
in here to get them. Like, hey, bro, young boy might not need to
right,
pay you, dog, or
right.
CD. Oh, you want to throw a tantrum?
Hmm.
Luther done gone off for 200.
Right,
What you gonna do? I mean, we did
right.
it with Amari when we brought in
Hmm.
CD.
Hmm. Hmm. And look how that helped our team. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I was saying the other day on the walk and talk. Stop making everybody in Dallas comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Stop making everybody comfortable. And here's the thing: I saw someone say Dak ain't losing his job with that contract for at least two another years, right? But if you go back to 2016 in the draft, why was I wanting to draft Dak Prescott? Because I wanted someone to make Tony Romo uncomfortable, bro. Like it was, we were riding too much. If Tony Romo went down, our season was over. And I feel like sadly, we are in that same spot where as Dak goes down, we are screwed. Why not go and get somebody that Dak goes down can really keep things afloat? You know what I'm saying? Like you could. And I just feel like Cooper Rush was never that. It's like, I know people thought I was a Cooper Rush hater. Yes, he can win games, but everything would have to be perfect. You see what I'm saying? Everything would have to be perfect in order to win games with Cooper Rush. I feel like there's other players out there, other quarterbacks where it's like, no, we can kind of keep things afloat. And I feel like you can go get some of those kids. You know, I know you talked about him highly. Dylan Gabriel out of Oregon. You know,
My sleeper is
also.
Curtis Rourke out of Indiana. I don't know why Indiana ain't getting no love, dog. I for the life of me, Indiana put together a hell of a year. Man, if you
Mhm.
watch that kid Curtis, you look at how tall he is, how filled out he is for the position, and how he throws the football. I think a lot of people. I think he's gonna jump up boards. I'm
Right.
gonna call that.
Yeah, I think he will. I know you talk about Kyle McCord, and Kyle McCord, he's one of those. He's going to need a big day this week, because you see it, and then it's just like it fades, so it's not consistent.
Yeah,
Um,
you know what I noticed about Kyle McCord when I watched tape? His home games were phenomenal. When he went on that road and he went outside, bro, you got outside that dome, it wasn't the same. And then
mhm,
on top of that, you got to remember a guy like Will Howard came in, he went out to Syracuse. So Kyle McCord was at Ohio State.
right.
So it's like,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
the
See, I
hell you
remember
leave
Will
Ohio State to
Howard.
go to Syracuse, bro? Like,
Yes, I remember Will Howard from Kansas State. So it's like, you know, it's these fucking bots or whatever these people are. God damn. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Man, all right. Anyways, yeah. So there's going to be some quarterbacks that's kind of lingering day three. Now, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, what's up, Sin City? CFT race. Look to my dog, CFT, man."
oh, he gonna
So,
jump on?
I don't know if he can. If he wants to, you can him in the chat, and we can end this and go into the stream yard, if y'all want to, because I ain't got nothing. Um, so, but yeah, there's going to be some kind of quarterbacks out there. I would say Roddy Leonard, Will Howard, Dylan Gabriel. A lot of people mentioned Jackson Dart. I think Jackson Dart will be much higher. You know what I'm saying? He might. I can see Jackson Dart peeking into the first round, possibly.
What about what about the Texas quarterback Quinn
Quinn
Ewers?
Ewers, yeah.
I know. I know. Look. Hey, if he ended up in
It's mark.
Dallas,
It's,
bro,
it's
we
it'll be
ain't
a
gonna hear
marketing.
the
It'll be a
end of it.
market. It'll be a marketing headline play. You know what I'm saying? Um, but no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I'm not a big fan of that, but I just know how our fan base would be.
Oh
Put
yeah.
Quinn in,
Mm-hmm.
put in Quinn.
You
Get
know what?
some.
I should be petting, because I remember getting killed by all those Texas fans. Alicia Bungard. Um, all those Texas fans that got on me when I was like, if the Giants draft Quinn Ewers, the same thing as drafting Daniel Jones. What? Ewers is going to be I'm like, the Ewers going to be the first quarterback on what draft? Maybe an NCAA 25. They were like, oh, you don't know what you're talking. I'm like, all right. And the sad part, it was Cowboys fan. Like, y'all should know I'm knowing. So Quinn Ewers was not going to be the first or second or third, fourth or fifth quarterback taken in this
Might not be
class.
the best quarterback on his team.
He wasn't the best quarterback on his team. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So like, nah, nah. So I like Quinn, but the thing is about Quinn, like you said, bro. If we draft him, it's just gonna be pandemonium. I'm saying it's gonna be just pandemonium, and I'm just like, nah, 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 nah. But any quarterback we draft, if they have some type of ilk, you already know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're Jalen Milroe, they won't pull for Jalen. They're like, nah, we're good. We can just stick with Dak for now. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah. So we talked about corners. We talked about linebackers. Defensive. We did edge. Let's go to the hot topic button. Running back. Right. So we know Genty's going to do the pro day. Now do the combine. But who do you got your eyes out on when it comes to the running back position when it comes to the combine? I think let me look at the schedule. I think running backs are Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're Friday.
Is Hampton running?
Let me see. I don't know if I got my outlook on my.
Cause he's supposed to. If Hampton run a 4.4, bro, that definitely puts like that puts a little pressure on Jency, in my opinion. With him being that big, I was actually hoping that Jency's supposed to be a 4.4 guy too. But I understand why he's going to do his stuff at Boise. It makes sense, bro. You probably more than likely a top 10 lock or close to it.
Yeah, go where it's comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. You don't gotta get poked and prod and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But I was hoping he would show he was the alpha in the draft process though. But
Mm-hmm.
like I don't think Hampton posed that much of a threat when it came to being RB1.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's pivot because Mel Kiper. Take that with a grain of salt. People got mad at me. Texas disrespecting Mel. I didn't say I'm disrespecting Mel. I just said who's listening to Mel Kiper in 2025. I'm not disrespecting him, but maybe there is. But he mocked Mari Hampton to the Cowboys at 12. So if that would be the call, how would you feel if that was the play, DMV?
I love Hampton. I think
Yeah.
12 is a little too high for him. But if I'll just say this, right? If they got Hampton, it doesn't change how they would have to draft. And if
Mm-hmm.
they got Hampton, that means that they would be in love with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I would I would feel like maybe there were some guys that might be better players are still on the board, but I'd be all right with it, bro. I'd be okay
Yeah,
with it.
it would have to be right. Genty would have to be gone. I would say Graham would have to be gone. Tet would have to be gone. And I feel like from that standpoint, then it's kind of open season a little bit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so if you tell me, okay, Hampton or Luther Bird, I'm okay with that. You see what I'm saying? Um, because I feel like a lot of people won't admit this. I don't see this might be the J Tuck hot take of the draft season. I don't see a massive gap between Genty and Hampton. I honestly
Oh no,
don't.
there isn't. So
Right,
it's just based off of what we need. You know what I'm saying? I
right.
feel like Genty would be the better pick, but if they picked him, for one, he working out in Dallas.
Oh shit. Yo, Rome. All right, so Rome's trying to get in. Bro, what I might do if you want to go live, Rome, hit the group chat and I might just set up the stream yard and we can go. Cause I think this YouTube thing might only let us go too. Um y'all wanna go live?
Well, I was gonna say my wife just walked in, so I'll probably
Oh,
get
okay.
yeah, I'll probably get off in a little bit. So yeah,
All right. So Rome, when DMV jumps off, then you can jump back in then. Okay,
yeah,
cool, cool,
that's
cool.
yeah, we can do it that way.
All right. All right, bet.
But yeah, I
Um,
mean, I would, I if we got Hampton at 12, bro, I'm assuming Genty's gone. I don't think
right,
you pick Hampton over Genty. Just
right,
based off of age, based off of the measurables and stuff. I think Genty's probably gonna have a. I now if it's even and you're talking about their shuttle time and all that type of stuff. I think I wouldn't feel a certain way about Hampton.
right,
But if we got Genty, like how does that change the draft process? Like we're still gonna get backers, we're still gonna get defensive
right,
linemen. Like we already plan to get a back anyway.
right. Everything still remains the same. Um, so yeah, I mean, I would not be mad at it. I just feel like if I'm pro Genty at 12, I can't be anti Hampton at 12. You see what I'm saying? Because it's
Exactly.
razor thin. So
Especially if you feel like there's not that big of a gap. Especially if you
yeah.
feel like there's not much of a gap.
hmm Not much of a gap. I feel like with the core three, with Genty, Hampton, and Johnson, it's flavors of ice cream. You see what I'm saying? I know that Genty has the godly stats or whatnot, but I don't think it's massive. I think the gap between Genty and Hampton or Johnson is a lot thinner than it was from Bijan and Gibbs, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, damn, I was about to say, I do feel like there's a gap between those two and Johnson, though. Like, I feel like there's a gap.
Johnson.
Yeah, I like Johnson, but I feel like when we talk about Genty and we talk about Hampton, I feel like Caleb Johnson's better in the zone, whereas I think those two can do both. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
In
then
a gap
taking the
scheme
ball
and
out of the
also zone.
backfield too. They offer that, and I didn't really see it so much from Caleb Johnson, but we'll
Right.
find out at the combine. Like, look,
Yeah.
everybody say Henderson, Hampton, Johnson, like they're gonna run and they're gonna do the drills and stuff. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, they got an opportunity to close it from Genty, and we'll
Now,
see.
y'all, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try tomorrow. I ain't making no promises because Brian Schottheimer stepped into the podium. My question I want to ask: when you talk about this run scheme and being more dominant in the run game, what
Mm,
does that look like? Does it mean more gap scheme, zone scheme?
that's an
Is it more of
excellent
a
question.
So
That's an
I'm gonna
excellent question.
try. They
I
gonna be
know
like,
it's more gap scheme because we moving Cooper back to guard. So I know
did
we're
they
going more
officially
gap.
say that?
Huh?
Did he officially say that, or was that just?
I for some Cowboys insiders said it too. I
Yeah,
think
because I knew the coach mentioned it, the offensive line coach.
yeah, but
I think John Machota tweeted that yesterday or somebody. Because I
it was
remember,
somebody else. It might have been No C or somebody else too. It was somebody that's very very respectable who said it. So
yeah. So
I
yeah,
gotta
so
see if I can
if
find.
they're going Cooper Beebe probably back at guard, possibly, it seems to be more gap scheme focused than zone focus.
Yeah, and
So
remember, you know Kansas State better than probably anybody. They ran a lot of. When we look at his tape, it was a lot of pulling, a
right,
ton of
right, a lot
pulling.
of pull. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he was getting on the edges, putting them corners in the dirt.
He
So
sure as hell was.
yeah,
So I imagine that's what the strategy is with moving him back to guard.
yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to ask Shotty tomorrow, y'all. They gonna be like, ah, hell no. Yeah. They gonna find him a big dom to come get me out.
Security, and
They're
they
like,
might be
oh, yeah,
might.
security.
Do you think that the Cowboys are in the market for another center in the draft, or do you think that they might buy one if we don't feel that
I think
Hoffman?
they should, unless they're gonna be complacent and go with Hoffman at center.
Yeah,
Um, I mean Hoffman did play well at center, you know what I'm saying? Um,
yeah.
So yeah. So I mean, I personally I would probably go get a center, and have Hoffman as a rotational. I like Brock Hoffman, but
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't start Brock Hoffman. Just depends
Mhm.
on where you pick in the center. Like if it's a fifth rounder, you don't got to rush him. You know what I'm saying? Unless he's just completely uh better than him. Just completely
Right,
better. Like you come in day
right.
one, hey, he's way
Competition.
better. Yeah.
Like if it's me and I'm Brian Schottenheimer, I'm doing some old weird college shit where I'm stripping all the names off the jerseys and all, you know what I'm saying? And it's letting y'all go compete. You know what I'm saying? Because But will that happen? No, but it needs to happen. I think it needs to happen. It needs to be some toughness. It needs to be nobody safe, and the best players go out there and play. Now, of course, we know Jerry's not going to let that happen, but I think that's where it needs to be. Like, it needs to be more competitive in Dallas. There's so
That
many players that's just been safe because they have the contract. So many players that's been safe because of this and that and politics and discourage you from going out there putting your best foot forward. So
yeah, Angry Cowboy saying so right. We need to go get a right guard. Nah, not if Cooper Beebe is the
yeah,
right
Cooper Beebe would go to right guard. So
right.
Cooper Beebe will be your Zach Martin replacement.
Yep. And I think that's
Mhm.
why he was drafted. Honestly,
Mhm.
I think that's why he was drafted. And in order to get him on the field, it was like let's put him at center to get the best five out there. But I
Well,
think they're playing all along.
well, like I said, I talked to Cooper Beebe's dad. He was saying that Mike McCarthy was the one that advocated for Cooper Beebe to play center.
Okay.
Yeah, so he advocated for that, but it's because that was the biggest gap because he lost Tyler Biadasz. You see what I'm saying? So now that you kind of have it, will you still advocate for it? I don't know. You see what I'm saying? So me personally, I would like to see him at guard because he's filthy. but he's already made the process and progress, like Lou was saying the other day, at center. Do you want to take that away and kind of put him in a Tyler Smith type of situation? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, angry Cowboys fan, bro. You forgot about Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith was our left guard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. He was asking, is Bass the left? No,
Mm-hmm.
Smith. Like, I mean, to me, all right. Before I go, bro, how do you feel we should handle Guyton?
Mm-hmm. Just like a young player, bring in competition. If he drowns, he drowns. If he swims, he swims. So
I think we got the guy on the team to give him the competition. You just got to open it up to Austin Richards, and I think Austin Richards, if he plays,
right.
play him. I mean, we
Yeah,
got guys.
I wouldn't go tackle super early, right? But if you got a guy like in the third round or something like that, um, I know my guy Lou mentioned
Zabel.
Gray Zabel out of
Yeah.
North Dakota. I saw him walking around earlier today when I pulled up. Not sure what the hell he was doing out there walking around by himself. But like yeah, I would probably just go get a guy, and just let him compete for it. I wouldn't completely give up on him, but it's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of work that needs to be done on his end because I hope that Mike McCarthy can kill his confidence. You see what I'm saying? Um,
Or Mike
so
McCarthy's scheme might have just been ass, bro, and these guys might end up.
yeah, or it could have been what you call it? O line coach. What's his name? I didn't forgot his name already. What's his name? Solari, Mike Solari.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. So we'll see, bro. But yeah, I'm getting ready to get off this thing, bro.
All
I
right,
just
bro. Appreciate you,
real
dog.
quick appreciate the invite. Hey, Rome, tear it down, bro.
That's my dog DMV, man. Definitely give my bro a follow, man. Like I said, I just tossed in the group chat 'cause I kind of going improv live. Like I said, I ain't got nothing to do, y'all. I'm kind of sitting back. Thoughts on Jordan James, running back out of Oregon? I like him. He has some upside potential as well. Good balanced running back. There's a lot of good running backs in this class, y'all. Like I saw someone mention like DJ Giddens earlier. You already know how I feel about Devin Neal. Um, the guy that I'm not, I don't want to say I did it, but the guy that I'm interested in seeing this week is there was Cam Scatterbo mania, and that kind of fell off a cliff. And I feel like Cam Scatterbo is definitely going to be someone that needs to kind of be have a good showing at the combine, right? Because it's a lot different when you are sitting there next to some of these talents. My dog Rome jumping in. Let's see here. Bang bang. Like Quinn Allen out of Syracuse. Yeah, Lou. RJ Harvey's my dog, bro. That's my guy. What up, Rome? I think you. There you go. Hey, yeah, 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 like yeah, man. Like I said, I was improv. Like if I wasn't even planning on going live. I was like, let me just go live real quick. Yeah,
Youngest was on there, and she was like doing at
right.
9, and I was doing my thing, and then he was like, "Yo, you want to jump?" And I was like, "Of course."
Yeah, yeah. I'm just sitting here, getting my gears turning, getting ready for tomorrow, man. So we were talking about
When
this.
tomorrow start? I know
Uh,
I'm late. You probably told everybody already.
No, no. So it starts well tomorrow. So the interviews today, they had interviews today. The defensive line and edge was today. So
Mm.
defensive line and edge will do drills tomorrow. Tomorrow the interviews will be tight ends and DBs, so safeties and corners. And then the on-field drills start at 2 or something like that. So I think
When the
defensive
tight
line
ends
will go
go,
to
I know
the
you
tight ends
know
will
when
go
the tight ends
tomorrow.
go.
So the
I
tight ends
know
go.
you
So they
go.
so they so they interview the day prior, and they do the field
Mm-hmm.
workouts the next day, right? So then tight ends and DBs will be Friday, and then wide receivers and running backs and quarterbacks I think are Saturday, and
You gonna
then
be there?
yeah, 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 definitely for that. And then O
Oh, it's
line
lit.
Sunday. So I'm
It's
dipping I'm
lit.
dipping out on lose. I dip it out on lose for offensive line. Offensive line day
Oh,
I think is Sunday. I'm
Luke
out I'm
right
out
tight. Like,
elsewhere.
all
I catch that early
right.
morning flight, bro. I'm not trying to sit and watch the offensive line drills all day. We catch that one on TV.
Let
Um,
me ask you a question, Tuck.
yeah.
I'm a dude because you there, and the point of my live stream, per our talk earlier, as everybody know, we be talking and stuff. And I was just like telling people like what our superpower is and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But being myself, I was just talking about what I thought about who we met with, and I wanted to ask your opinion, like philosophy wise, the players we was meeting with, like Alfred
Mhm.
Collins, Michael Williams, being 6'5", I think like 265, like a larger, looking like a more edge setting type DN, although he does have pass rush. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? How you feel about it? Seems like a subtle philosophy change from the twitchy three tech Dan Quinn upfield rushy. I feel like we're about to try to continue this thing that Mike Zimmer started as far as just more stout defensive personnel. We interviewed like 3 or 4 linebackers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think we did like
Um,
Alfred Collins. I got the list updated. I
I
do have
think
the
we
list
got
updated.
the linebacker out of Oregon, Bassa. The linebacker out of OU, Stutzman.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was interviewing some like more stout type defenders, like as far as just like, and I think my thought process is this is a nod to we got a real physical running opponent in the Eagles. We got
Hmm.
another opponent that's going to have a twitchy, able to run quarterback draws, and out of anywhere you got to be stout in your lanes because he could take off. I feel
Hmm.
like we understand what our assignment is, but we got to get the personnel. That's what
Right.
I think. But what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's more a built for tough philosophy. Because what I'm trying to explain to people and they don't want to hear it is that football's recalibrating, right? Because think about the twitchier hybrids, that the Overshawns, right? No Dr. O, but that's more of a tweener guy who can play, linebacker, but also kind of play your safety, kind
You
of
want to be able to
hybrid
cover.
coverage, right? Because it was more of a passing league. But now what
Mm-hmm.
are people doing? They're starting to line up in front of these, getting these heavy sets, 2 tight end sets. Hill, if you're in Baltimore, 3 tight end sets, and just run the ball and be physical and dominant. So I think that the Cowboys are trying to do is start to prepare for impact because
Yeah,
even though
it's
you talk
coming.
about yeah, even though you talk about Philly, you still got Detroit doing it. San Fran's going to spin the block, and you know what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, if you really want to compete, maybe building this defense to be ball hawking, flying coverage guys, you need to build
And
your,
I think
your
our
trenches
secondary is
first.
going to be designed bend but don't break.
Right,
I think the days of jumping routes aren't going to be as we want to play sound football in the back and make you work. You're gonna have to give me 10 plays to score.
right.
What
And you're
happened to us
starting
in
to
New Orleans? We ain't trying to do that no
Well,
more.
and if you think about it, right? I hate to bring them up, but how Philly won, it's like a lot of these teams are rushing with 4 and dropping 7. Like that's how trying to almost say stop, but slow down the Pat Mahomes. And if you're able to well, hell, teams did it to us all year. I probably made about 7 or 8 film sessions. All right, this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna rush 4 and drop 7 because if you
And
can play
make
those
Cooper
numbers
Rush.
game,
Well,
yeah,
not
it
even
just worked
before Cooper, even with
before
Dak.
they were doing it versus Dak. You know what I'm saying? They were doing
Yeah,
it versus Dak, and the reason they were able to do it versus us because there was no threat of the run game. Like there's ways you can slow that down, but if you don't have a run game to be respected, yeah, I was going to rush 4, and if you drop or you send out 3 wide receivers, and I got 7 in coverage,
that's a
all I
fact,
gotta do
bro.
is make sure you make that one mistake. So I think, yeah, I think just from the interviews. So this is how you do the interviews, y'all. Is that one, we gotta monitor who they spoken with at the Senior Bowl, right? Two, who they actually had a formal interview with, and then who they invite back to the crib, right? So they'll do like another round of interviews, like Overshawn, right? Overshawn checked all 3 of those boxes except the Senior Bowl, right? But they had a formal, and they met and spoke with them again. That's how I was able to put that tweet out. Hey, circle Overshawn because
Yeah.
that's like what I'm saying, you going on a date with a girl and then you call her back and go on the second date. If you do that, you really in love. You see what I'm saying? So that's what
So
the
it's important
Cowboys
to
are.
pay attention.
Yeah, it's very important to pay attention. And my guy, Professor O, he's doing a spreadsheet. Luckily
Shout out
this
to
year I ain't
O,
got to
man.
do
That's
it. Yeah,
man, I would
yeah.
love to get O on if you want to on cover 3, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's my dog. I was talking to him all day, so he's doing a spreadsheet where he's tracking all that. So that way, I ain't got to because y'all not gonna see Tuck asking, "Have you spoken to the Dallas Cowboys 1,000 times?" That's just not my lane,
You
right?
know O was hype. We talked to Michael Williams. You know how you feel about his
Oh
Georgia.
yeah, oh yeah,
He
yeah.
was
You
probably
saw Michael Williams put that smirk on and that smile, right?
we
Uh,
still anti Tuck got that For some reason, the Cowboys is anti-Florida State.
No, they ain't gonna do it. No, well, they brought in Dalvin Cook. They let him play for a game. Then they benched him just to get at me, bro. Just you know what I'm saying. This is like
Why do we like
disrespect.
That's something I would love if we could interview like certain people like in personnel. Will McClay, what is your problem with Florida State?
Dog. No knock to him because everyone has different career paths. But Kelvin Joseph's in the CFL right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's just And so that's what we're talking about. We're talking about Azare Thomas, Wanye's brother. Don't even do it. Don't even look him up. I ain't gonna do no film session on him. It just ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? It ain't happening.
But you see the mock talking about mocking him the second to the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
That means that he wanted them. You know what I'm saying?
He's only 20 years old.
Bro, I would listen.
He's only
I ain't
20
saying
years old. Huh?
don't get me wrong. I still got my draft agenda. So I ain't saying I want to go corner in the second. But sometimes it's how it falls. And you
Bro.
want to be ready for how everything's how
Oh yeah.
everything
I
lines
mean,
up.
he's one of those ones. You know what I'm saying? He's if he is he. I was talking to Wanya the other day. If he messes around and clips like a 4.4 or 4.3, he's out
That
of
would
there. Like
change.
he might even go
Yo,
first round.
the next I want everybody to realize this. So shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Hit the like button,
Yeah, switch to the
please.
chat, man. Switch to the chat.
Um, the next 3 days is about to change. All the mock drafts we've been doing,
Everything's gonna change.
everything's going to
Everything's
change.
gonna
So
change.
like, Savion Williams has been getting a lot of hate. I don't know if you've been getting it. I bring him up, and they're like, "Man, I don't like Savion." Savion
Right.
go out there and run a 4.3, and people gonna be
Right.
like, I mean, always did
I
like
kind
it's
of
going.
like him.
So
Kind
if
of
he
like
run out
him.
there like you said, he run out there and run right, it changes everything. And then some players that we do like Ted McMillan, where
Right.
they overthinking it, Tuck.
Right. Yeah.
They
Let him. Let him.
so that's why I put up today. You saw that or yesterday. Remember, Mike Evans ran a 4.52. Don't trip.
CD too.
Like I don't know. Like all right, you leave it for us. I know what to do with him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Right.
leave it for us because
1000%.
you can't teach the way he runs fluidly. I know that I'm sorry, I didn't change the subject. The way that Tet runs, like what I've been seeing at that size, ain't normal.
Mm-mm.
Like the way he can get in and out of his, I know he might not be the perfect route runner, but the way he can get in and out of his break at that size and where you can throw the ball because of his wingspan,
Well,
man.
that's why we're trying to go. I didn't show the breakdown and everything on the film session because I was trying to get in and out with it. But it's like when it comes to Tet, bro, you're not gonna have him running zig routes and you know what I'm saying, all like post corner, like all these little sharp cutting routes. Like that's not
Yeah,
what you're
bro,
gonna have him.
get
It's
a
gonna
short
be
receiver.
hitches, slants, goes. You know what I'm saying, post
Bro, imagine
drags.
Tet on a fade route.
Well, that's what he did. So he
What you
ran so
doing with
20
that?
20. Well, it was so out of his routes, he ran 82 go routes last year. So the route that he ran the most last year for Arizona was the go route. And you got to understand, like Arizona wasn't good last year; they was getting dog walks. So you go back to the year
And
prior,
that's a
though.
bad quarterback. I'm sorry. It
Yeah,
ain't.
yeah. So, but he had Noah looking like a damn near Heisman candidate the year prior. So Ted is definitely one of those
I
guys,
like his
man.
hands, bro.
His
Like
hands, he has
they
hands of
feathery.
pillows.
Like
Yeah,
yeah,
he
like
had. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
getting excited.
It's yeah, and see that's why I didn't even want to do the film session, but everyone kept talking about it. I'm like, well, shit, I'll go ahead but I'm not gonna jump out the ledge. But I'm like, man, if it's there, bro, like if
Bro, he
he is
catch away
there,
from his body. Like
that's a
so
blessing.
I could throw yo. Shout out to Tuck throwing the fade routes at the Super Bowl. I could throw a fade to Tech and he gonna
Mhm.
catch it, and I can't like
It's so
because I can
easy.
throw it so high. What you gonna do with that?
It's so easy. Even as old as Dez Bryant is, I knew where to put that ball, that back pylon, and he was just gonna go
There's
get
gonna go, but that's
it.
my point. Can you imagine? Look,
Yeah.
let's keep it real. Who in our division? Best corner in our division right now, everybody's gonna say is the young man out of Philly. That's what they're gonna
Keon.
say. I ain't here to argue. Or you can say Sammer Still, who had a really good rookie season for
Right.
Washington. I'm sorry. I'm taking my number one versus both of them. But
Right.
let's just say hypothetically they get matched up with Ted.
Right.
No one in our division, because you got a division out, who is stopping that fade route without
It's
pass interference?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And think about how many years we've struggled in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? And see, that's what people don't understand, bro. If you draft a Tet, oh, it don't mean you have to be done. What if you turn around and you go get Tet and you go get Henderson or you get Judkins or you get Devin? Like you are back in it. You
Or
are
my new
you
pet cat. I like Blue, bro. I
oh
like
yeah.
being in Blue.
Yeah,
I
from
know he got a
Texas.
fumbling problem. I
Yeah,
heard, but
yeah. Who was our new running back coach? Was our running back coach the guy from Oregon, right?
no. He coached up
Oh yeah, because I'm
Alvin
trying to think.
Kamara. Alvin Kamara. Remember he had he coached for the Chargers. He had Eckler
Gotcha,
and
gotcha. Yeah, yeah. Oregon
he
got
all
a
right
wide
though.
yeah, because
Oregon's the wide receiver coach.
wide receiver coach. Yeah. So yeah, that's right, right. So yeah, I mean you can always coach up ball security. You know what I'm saying? It's just a mental thing. So
I
I
just think
wouldn't
if you get both, if you get a Blue, if you get it, I think you can get two backs. You get somebody like a Genty, you might, you know what I'm saying? I think it's just depending on where you get your back at.
right.
But if you get Blue, you might get another back around in the fifth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you might be able. Somebody. Oh, Brian. Oh, talk dirty to me, Brian. You said
What do you
go
say?
get Ted and then get a Rondé Gatson later. Red zone crazy. Yeah, red zone will be going stupid if you get Ted and OG
Bro,
too,
what I
man. I'm
said
just
earlier was filthy. Yesterday, I know you probably saw it, but you ain't worried about those type of tweets. Bro, I know this is unrealistic, but if we ended up with Ted McMillan and Jerry Jones woke up and was willing to offer Amari Cooper a decent little deal,
right,
listen here, sir. If you had Ted McMillan, Amari Cooper, and CeeDee Lamb,
right. Hmm.
I'll run running back.
Right. Well, but that's the thing. You can bring Rico back in an offense like that.
I'll shut up. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take Rico. If we
You
get
can
that,
bring Rico back. You can bring Rico back in that type of offense where you have, and then if Jake Ferguson wakes up too, you know what I'm saying? So then you
but you
have
wouldn't
a
even have
slot.
to bring Rico back. Tuck, it's so many backs.
But
We
yeah,
can still
but
get
I'm
one.
saying it would make Rico's value go drastically up
Oh yeah,
because
we can keep
Rico,
both.
yeah, he can get you 1,200. You see what I'm saying? He can get you 1,200 in them light boxes. You see what I'm saying? So going back to once again, I'm not making Kool-Aid, man. I'm drinking Powerade, man. You know what I'm
Oh, they
saying?
trying to hate on you.
Hey, they Tuck drinking the Kool-Aid.
Hey, we
I'm drinking
talking
the
Ted
Kool-Aid.
McMillan. They said, "Oh, Tuck on this Kool Aid,
Yeah. Well, shit, I would be. You go get me Ted Amari Cooper. I'm
bro."
drinking the
Tuck,
Kool-Aid.
go back and clip your old picture and then throw it on your timeline.
Hey,
Like,
drinking the Kool-Aid.
yo, save it
Hey,
for if
hey.
we draft Ted, just in
Hey,
case y'all
bro.
know what's
Hey,
up.
if we draft Ted, man, and turn around and get like Devin, I'm gonna call my season ticket holder. Hey, man, I
That's
didn't
who we
cancel
would
that.
get.
I didn't cancel that. What do you mean? No, I didn't say cancel the tickets. I said we're gonna put it on hold. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo,
give me my
bro,
seats back. You know?
that's exact. That with Rico, Devin Neal, Ted McMillan, Amari Cooper's a Padre.
Right,
It probably would be Mingo or Flournoy. But I
right,
just hope. But if we get
right,
Ted, I'm happy.
right.
I'm happy.
Yeah, yeah. Man,
What
I
about Warren? Do you are you that's Tuck
No,
boy.
so I
What do
was
we
talking
got, Warren?
earlier. I was talking earlier, like Tyler Warren. I was joking about it, but I mean, it would make sense, but they wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? It would make sense, but like if the board got wiped out, let's say Tet's gone, Genty's gone, Graham is gone, which would more than likely happen. Um, you know, Mecca is gone. He goes at 11. You know what I'm saying? It could be a situation where
You know
it's
how you know I
dicey.
can see us getting Warren? If we traded back, like the Cowboys is cute. Like they'll be like, all right, we'll trade back to let's just say 21, right? And we'll take whoever's there. If Warren was there after we traded back and got some capital, I think
Uh,
he'd be fully in play. Because
right.
I can see if certain players aren't there, I can see the Cowboys trading back because it's too viable.
Right. And see what that would be doing is that would be definitely ridding Mike McCarthy's DNA. You know what I'm saying? Because you get, all right, I want to get my tight end, blocking tight end, physical tight end. Because people don't understand, like I was saying earlier when we first talked about it, was like, Dak is typically an inside out reader. I mean, he's like, so that's why Dalton Schultz looked decent. You know what I'm saying? It's like he likes to attack the middle of the
He the
field.
opposite of Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. So
He
so yeah,
inside
yeah,
out.
yeah. So it's like that opens up the offense. You see what I'm saying? So it's like whether it's going to be Ferg or Schoon or somebody, but Tyler Warren definitely gives you that opportunity where it's just kind of like he gives you Kittle vibes. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of like Kittle. It's that do it all, and we know what Kittle has done to us for so many years. You see what I'm saying? So,
Funny thing
no,
is, Ferg gonna look back to normal next year because who was throwing him the ball.
right.
Ferg looked like he fell off, I think, because your
Cooper
quarterback can
Rush.
change things. Yeah, I'm not saying Ferg. I know I was last year. I was tripping. I was calling Ferg top 5. You get in your head.
I mean, I thought it was going to be there too. You know what I'm saying? It made sense. It wasn't a massive leap that he had to take. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I think I did a video on that. Like, he didn't have to take a massive leap, but it was.
I'm back to just saying Ferg got upside. You got to show me something. Like
And here's what those Ferg season accounts on Twitter won't tell you. Jalen Tolbert outperformed Ferg last year. If we keep it a buck, you know what I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna open
Like,
up. I rock with Ferg season on Twitter though.
uh,
You know why? Because he out there fighting that fight. I don't feel like fighting no more.
nah,
He
to
be
hell with
battling
that
for
Ferg
Dak. I'm like,
season, bro.
somebody gotta do it.
To hell with him, bro, because he was hating on that Zeke stuff.
Oh, he do?
Oh yeah,
I
he's
ain't
the
see.
worst. Oh, he's the worst. Oh, he's the
I ain't
worst.
no Ferg season hating Zeke.
No, he was coming at us content creators
For
that said he
real?
wanted Zeke. Oh yeah, he had a whole.
Bro,
So I had
Ferg
to
season
block
was
him.
just showing me love the other day. I be
Nah,
missing. It's
I
like,
got him blocked, dog. Because he was like, oh,
damn.
you Tuck wanted Zeke. Like, bro, I didn't want Zeke back. That was the only options that I had.
See, this still Twitter be messing up relationships. I thought Ferg season was cool.
Nah, hell no. I mean, there's multiple, so I'm not sure if that's the right one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll
Um,
show you the dude I'm talking about. He like
yeah,
I like I like respectful dudes, and
right,
he like the way that we was communicating. I know what you're talking about. Some people just be getting out of line the way they talk to you. He was
right.
respectful, so I rock with him, and he was battling with the Eagles fans, and I don't feel like doing that no more.
Right. It's the young boys' turns for that. It's for the young people.
Yeah,
Ferg's
y'all
a
can
jag.
have it.
I don't want to say he's a jag. He has upside potential. Zeke is
Who
washed
Ferg?
as hell.
Nah, he
Had a
not a
solid season with
jag.
the Patriots, fell apart in Dallas. I don't want to say Ferg is a jag. I think he just needs to
His quarterback can change. Look, put it like this.
right,
AJ Brown. I'm gonna show some love to the Eagles fans. AJ Brown is 100% an 1,800-yard receiver.
uh
Devontae Smith is probably a 1,500-yard receiver, if not the same 1,800. But the
right,
way their offenses ran and the type of quarterback that they have that is not willing to take chances, he's only going to throw if you're completely open type of situation. Their stats are down to where you could say, man, what's up with now? I test, AJ Brown's a beast. But
right,
my point is, without the right quarterback, it can make a receiver look totally different.
right,
Ferguson is probably about 1,000-yard tight end.
right,
But without Dak all year, yeah, he
right,
looked completely different.
right. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. And that's why I was talking about. When it comes to getting a backup quarterback, I'm like, hey man, the same reason in 2016 I tweeted Dak Prescott, go get him, is because I'm tired of our season being hung on the shoulders of Dak. If he goes down, the season's over. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
bro.
I
Yo,
want
who you
someone.
who you like then, Tuck? You just brought it up. Who you
Um,
like? Riley Leonard, Dylan Gabriel. Who you like? I know you got a guy.
I like Dylan Gabriel. Me and DNV were talking about it, man. I like Kyle McCord out of Syracuse.
Mm.
I really do. I really do.
Is he mobile?
No, he is decent. You know what I'm saying? He's not extremely mobile. You know what I'm saying? He's not like you know what I'm saying a dual threat, but he's a good quarterback. And then also like a guy that
What
I would
about Will
also
Howard?
like. I was gonna say Will Howard. I feel like Will Howard can give you 2016 Dak type. You know what I'm saying?
He
Plus,
got
he's
he
already
he
played with
got
big
that
names.
enough mobile. Just
Yeah, yeah. So it's like he can you know what I'm saying he's strong, he's stout, can use his legs. Isn't the best
that's what Bo Nix is, yo. Bo Nix ain't
right?
getting wiggly, but
It's that's the thing. Bo Nix. You know what's crazy about Bo Nix? When I came in the game in 2020, right, and then after that horrible season, I started doing like draft content with Nix and spooning them every star game, and we were doing mock drafts. Bo Nix was in the mock drafts way
bro,
back then.
he's been around forever.
Bo Nix has been in mock drafts since I've been doing it, right? But
Bo
this
Nix
the thing
like
about
37 years
Bo,
old.
yeah, Bo Nix went to high school with me, dog. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about Bo Nix is he the best quarterback? No, but he's just scrappy. He's just a gamer. He's a bright lights guy. And I feel like that's the same thing when it comes to like Will Howard. Like
Do you think
you
he
ain't
could be there by? Because I think Stephen Jones and them tipped their hat when he was talking about. He said every time we plan on getting a quarterback late, they not there. So do you think they might go crazy and go a third?
I'd be a waste. I wouldn't go that damn early.
I think first pick in the fifth.
Yeah, I was. Well, it depends on what you done. If you skipped on running back, it better not be.
You better
So
go
yeah,
get Neil
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, or
yeah, yeah,
somebody.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And if they draft a quarterback over a running back, yeah, I'm coming unglued. But I will say this: if they did it in the fifth, I would not be mad. So let's say it was like a
That's why I
Dylan
think they should do it.
Gabriel. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at it because it's time to have that conversation. And plus, I don't know who is Cooper Rush's guy. Was it Mike McCarthy? Is it shot? You know what I'm saying? So
I think it was McCarthy because I've started to realize that some of the angst I've heard it, and this ain't me trying to shoot bail to the front office because they get on my nerves. But I have heard that Mike McCarthy just didn't want to play certain people.
yeah,
Like
oh yeah,
I've
oh
heard,
for
and
sure.
I've heard like Schottenheimer might have like he might like certain players that he's been around, but Mike just wouldn't put him on the field. Like I heard that there was friction. Like, yo, I traded for Mingo,
Right,
put him on the field, and then I heard that
right,
Mike just didn't want to do it.
right, right. I agree. Because the conversation was, I don't know if it was between a rift between Mike and Jerry, or was it between the rumors came out. Did they come out, or did we put those out? I don't know. Shit, he's
We
gone
might,
now.
we might have.
Between Mike and Will McClay, right? So I feel like the Mike Will McClay thing, it might have been a situation, but in fairness to Mike, you know what I'm saying? He probably didn't ask for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, like no, he definitely didn't ask for
so
Trey Lance.
yeah, exactly. So
I
that's
ain't
the
asked for that.
problem. It's like, but yeah, so it's the problem where it's like,
You look,
I can see Mike
you won't
McCarthy.
go give me a running back, but you traded for Trey Lance
Right.
and make.
Right. Yeah.
You
Like,
right.
damn, bro. I could, what I'm saying? I could have used that pick, but you didn't went and burned and got damn Trey Lance. I don't want that. Like, even with Mozzie Smith, it's like, bro, like, and so it makes me wonder because I
I
don't
wanted
think
Bergeron. You wanted.
he wanted Bergeron. So it makes me think, because I don't think the audio came out. I don't feel like Tyler Guyton was a McCarthy thing because Mike McCarthy wouldn't have benched his guy like that. So he was probably like, and that's where the pettiness came in, right? Was
McCarthy
Deacon
probably would have
Rico.
been like, "Yo, just pay Tyron.
Right,
Keep me with a veteran. Stop playing."
right. Yeah. So I think that's where the risks were. You know what I'm saying? I like Jackson Dart as a little wiggle. Oak Cliff Rockefeller.
I
I
love
think
Jackson
I
Dart, but
I think
he
Jackson
going in the
Dart.
top 10 the way they keep
Yeah,
talking.
he's probably gonna go if he has a good combine this week. He's probably gonna go first round, second round. I think Jackson Dart's gonna get the JJ McCarthy tax, where it's like,
That's my point.
yeah,
Look. Let's
yeah,
not make it weird, but one of them is going, and you know
right,
what I'm hinting
right,
at.
right, right, right.
So the traditional, and I like his moxie. I like Jackson Dart a lot. But
Yeah,
back in November, I'm doing mock drafts like, yo, Jackson Dart gonna be there in the sixth.
yeah,
Them
yeah.
days over.
Yeah, yeah. Like PFF had to upgrade that shit. I was like, shit, I'll take him in the six every time.
But there's teams out there that need a quarterback like a maybe like a New York Jets or something like that, or even the Giants. If certain things don't go away, I think Dart will go. I think
Right.
somebody like a Jalen Milroe might be sitting around.
Well, that's what we're talking about. DMV was like, bro, if he messes around and runs like a 4-4 and he puts up some cute throws this week, it's gonna be hard to
His
say.
is all throws. The athleticism is there.
Yeah, yeah. So if he can put up some throws, some good throws, it's gonna be hard not to pass on it. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what's hurting on it? You know what's hurting him? Due to Indianapolis.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what's funny? So I was like downstairs. Shout to my guy Attitude Era, man. Bliss Dallas Bliss, man. Shout out to my guy. Appreciate you for the super chat.
My dog.
Um, I was talking to a guy. He's a writer for the Colts, and he asked me like, "Hey, man, like, what's your thoughts on AR?" He's like, "Man, he's pretty much done." You know what I'm saying? And so the Anthony Richardson experiment, I guess, it's kind of failed already in
They're
Indy.
not gonna give him their owner a little too unhinged.
Right,
Anthony Richardson needed to be behind a Dak Prescott for 3 years.
right, right. Mm-hmm.
That's why
Yeah,
Milroe might work.
right.
You gotta put him behind somebody. You can't just throw him to the
Right, right. You
wolves.
can't. Yeah, you can't believe. Okay, we're gonna put him out there. He's gonna start week one. He's not. He's not gonna be ready. Now he could be week one ready, but you're gonna have to build your offense around that. Like you're gonna have to, simplify it. RPO, quick
You
throws. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
That's what I was
But
thinking. I
there,
was like, you know what, Milroe would work because we all love the athleticism, but he could come here, not have the pressure of you starting, and you spend 2 years, and then we'll be set.
right,
Cause it'd be different, yo. The thought process of Trey Lance deserved that too, but because he was the way the trade happened, and
Right.
because of his failure, and he never got the benefit of the doubt. Everyone had a bad taste in their mouth and was just like, "Yo, he's a failed experiment somewhere
Right.
else."
Right. Yeah, he never even got a shot. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, but so the coach already said they're holding an open competition in camp, which means they're assigning a vet. Yeah, so yeah, I think AR-15 that whole thing's exploded. But yeah, I would take, like I said, I was telling you earlier, bro, I would get Milrow just off the tush push alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would
Unless they
RPO it.
ban it.
Yeah, I don't give a damn. I would run options. You know what I'm saying? For those of y'all who play NCAA football, like he was damn near impossible to start. You
You
know
would
what I'm
have to have
saying?
a
So
package for him. He too big.
right, you can't just have him holding a clipboard. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have some hell. Milrow might be our best running back we would have in our room. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like I
Hey, look, AR-15. I'll tell you this though. Let's just say things don't work out. Hey, listen, man. Pride comes before the fall. I hope that he wouldn't be too prideful. Maybe give it another shot somewhere else. But if you got to turn into my man from the Saints, bro,
Taysom Hill.
carve yourself out of career. Don't be too prideful and never get on the field.
But see, what's crazy about the AR-15 talk, bro, is he was inexperienced at Florida. Like everyone says, he hasn't played enough football. So it's like the Trey Lance situation. A lot of these quarterbacks are getting in bad situations because NFL teams are
And
doing dumb
reaching.
stuff. Let's. Everyone was saying, "Hey, Trey Lance ain't played enough football. Hey, Trey Lance ain't played enough football." Yeah, hey,
And
we
they
telling you,
reach.
whatever, we're gonna trade up and still go get him because they so afraid of just missing out. And I was like, all
And
right,
they and
so
they, they
so
didn't technically ruin his if Trey Lance goes to like just naturally goes to a team in a second, right? Gets 2 or 3 years under his belt and just comes in low train. Kind of how Green Bay be doing it right.
right,
Green Bay be
right,
doing it right.
right,
Something like that. He'd have been perfectly fine, probably.
right. Yeah, if Trey Lance was a fourth round pick, people would have been excited, but we got him. But it's because the 49ers traded up and got him early. He's marked at a bust when you knew he ain't played enough football. But you can't be mad at Trey. You know what I'm
Trey Lance gonna go to Philly and piss me off
saying?
and
He
beat Jalen Hurts back up.
he gonna go somewhere, and I swear, what's gonna happen is one coach is gonna believe in him and give him opportunity. Because let's keep it a buck. Even though it's the last game of the season, he ain't look bad that last game of the season. You see what I'm saying?
No,
But
but you gotta call it. If you call Trey Lance is this is I don't care if they take it as a slight. Trey Lance is what Jalen Hurts is in my
right,
eyes. As far as no, they're
right,
not the same player. You got to have a plan.
right.
The
You
way the
can't let him
Eagles
drop back
called,
40 times.
they have a plan for Jalen Hurts.
Right,
Whether you want to say it or not, and yes, he can make the throws, he make clutch runs. I'm not saying they're the same type of player. I'm saying that you got to have a plan with certain quarterbacks.
right,
And then some quarterbacks, you just let them do like Patrick Mahomes. You just do whatever, dog. You a beast.
right,
So I
right.
just think, yeah, man. If whoever his agent is, if he ends up out of Indianapolis, he needs to not chase money. He needs to chase the right
Opportunity.
situation.
Right,
Yeah, yeah.
right, right. Us crazy said Trey Lance would go to the Giants. Honestly, that would probably be a good fit. You
And
know?
try to light our ass up.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah. Man, see, we should have kept Trey Lance over that. Oh, no.
you know what we
Um,
deal with. His first
yeah.
touchdown, he better Dak Prescott. One
Right, right,
touchdown.
right, right. Yeah. See, I told you we should have kept him, all that stuff, man. All right, dog. One last position before I let you go and get up out of here,
Yeah,
man.
man. I didn't look. I didn't held you up an extra 30 minutes. You've been on here for
No, no,
about
no,
2
no. I was in the hotel. Like I said, I just got something to eat. Shit, I might go downstairs and get some more to eat, man. So let's get back to this wide receiver position, man. This conversation about
facts.
Luther Burden and whatnot. So here's my thought process. I'm just putting on my Stephen Jones hat. I feel like, unfortunately, y'all, since the Cowboys traded for Mingo, that's an ex wide receiver. They got Jalen Tolbert, right? They also drafted Ryan Flannery. They're not going to go get a big wide receiver, a big X guy. They're
Yep,
going to try to sell us that they already have one in the house.
they are.
So if you scratch out, like,
And you know what I think they'll really think about it though. I ain't gonna lie. We saying that, but if Tet is staring at you at the face,
that's what I'm saying.
I think they would. It's like CD. They ain't think they was getting him. Then they was like,
Right.
all right.
You had to. And luckily, Jerry's nephew or whoever was on that boat with them and saying, "Come on, dog!" Like,
That's why I love making these videos, because that's who's watching us.
right. That's who we need.
Jerry, was it whoever he is? Yo, what's up? I know you're watching this.
Yeah, it put him on
Make them
TikTok.
get tapped.
Yeah, it'll make me a TikTok, man. You know what
Yo,
I'm saying?
where he at? You right. Let's do our research. He's
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. I don't even follow him on Twitter or something. You know
Put
what
him on
I'm
Twitter, yo, man. Let me get in your ear.
saying? Yeah, but yeah, you need just the BPA. I feel like the Cowboys where we're
Bro,
at, y'all. It has
thank
to
you.
be BPA. It has to be. Yeah, we
Everywhere,
gotta put
though.
Jerry back on that boat.
Everywhere. Yo, BPA everywhere. If you just, I was saying this on my stream. If you, like, they was out there, we was talking about, like, why I don't really want to re-sign Osa. Because I feel like you can really get Osa's value if you traded for Allen from Washington. If
Right,
you picked up a Javon Kinlaw, whose market is like 7 to 8 million, if you went and
right.
got Rankins, you can get Kinlaw, Rankins, and Greenlaw for
For the
probably
price of
the
Osa.
price
Right,
of Osa.
right,
And then you're ready to draft BPA. Then if you
right,
look up and Collins from Texas or one of them good DTs is right there, now your
right,
whole room rebuilt. You got Mozzie, 2 vets, 2 youngins. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Or well, Mozzie and him, it would be 2 youngins, 2 vets. Your room is pretty set. And then you can
right.
just go get a 1 tech from out the, you can get those anywhere.
Right, right. Yeah, and I think the mindset is for this year's draft, we don't need to go to the grocery store hungry. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I feel
that's the
like
best way to put it.
the past few years we've gone to the grocery store hungry, where it's just like we have this hole that we had to fill, so we had no choice but to draft Mozzie. Versus there was better
We
players
forced
that was on.
Guyton. We
Yeah,
just forced Guyton.
right, right. We lost Tyler Smith, so therefore we have to get a left tackle. And you know what I'm saying? Like, hell no, like don't
Because
go
we
to
could
the
have got
grocery
Keon
store.
Coleman or Brian Thomas Jr.
Right. And they've been perfectly fine.
And look, when been talking now, people would have said, well, what about left tackle? Bro, we could have got the same production with
Austin Richards or who
Austin
else?
Richards. Even if it was bad, it would have been the same shit, but
It
we would
could have
have
been
had Brian
Chima
Thomas.
Udoga. It could have been Chima Udoga. It could have been you could have easily just kicked Tyler Smith back out to left tackle.
But
You
we
know
would
what
have
I'm
already had
saying?
a Keon Coleman on the roster.
Right, right, or Brian Thomas. So I agree, man. I just think that if we go into this draft, this major hole that we have to address, it's going to put us in a bad situation where if we lose Osa, which I think we probably will, and we're like, oh, we got to go defensive tackle to replace Osa. It's going to be a
But
situation
you know what
where
else?
we're going to be screaming on this live show. Tet's right there at 12,
And we
and you're
take
going to hear
Walter Nolan.
Walter Jones out of Ole Miss, and it's going to be like,
Bro,
all right.
this is what makes me mad though, Tuck. It's not about the player being horrible. You take Walter Nolan, you take Kenneth Grant too early, you force someone that probably shouldn't be there, right? And then you tell yourself, now go be Aaron Donald.
Right.
And you don't give him the proper leeway to grow.
Right.
Go be Jalen Carter. And
Right.
that I'm not Jalen Carter. Because then you look up 3 weeks into the season, Ted McMillan got 6 touchdowns already. Oh.
Right. Right. Because it's not
Like,
instant impact. It's not it's
it's
not it's not
not.
instant impact, right? And people got to understand, like for defensive tackles to hit the ground running, you're going against grown ass men. So
That'd be
it's going
special.
like even with Jordan Davis and even with Jalen Carter, it took them some time to figure it out. It
Even
wasn't like they
Jalen
came
Carter
out the
took a
gate.
little time.
Right. So yeah. So that's what happens is you start looking, you're like, damn man, we drafted Walter Jones, like you said. Tet going to the Pro Bowl. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but you
and
like, yo, go beat Aaron Donald. Yo, I'm not ready yet. Like, you
right,
know what's gonna look? Mozzie gonna look serviceable this year,
right,
and it's because it's right on time. It's
right.
take about 3 years.
Because it's a difference of beasting and power rushing, you know, call center managers versus grown. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be different. Like, bro, like you know what I'm saying? It's completely different. Like you're going against
Shout out to all the
grown
call
men.
center
Yeah,
managers
some of the
out
guys,
there.
call center managers out there, but it's like, yeah, bro, like some of those guys in college, they're never gonna play football again. So you're
You
just
right?
able to go out there in your full, you know what I'm saying, natural ability and just bull rush and use your natural, power. But at the NFL level, everybody has that same power. You know what I'm saying?
But if you
Oh,
take one of them,
remember Mozzie squats 500 pounds and squat. Everybody do that. So,
you take
you
one of
know,
them in the third. This is a deep defensive tackle draft. So there's one that'll be there in the third. Let's just say Deion Walker's there.
Yeah.
Then where he's drafted, the pressure ain't the same.
Right.
And he
Exactly.
could
If you
just go
took Deion
ball.
Walker in the third, no one was like he has to be instant impact.
But if you take Ashton Genty and he come out and average, I'm gonna be nice. He come out and average 89 yards a game, which is great. And he
Right.
finished the year with 12 to 1,300 yards, instant impact. And
Instant
he,
impact.
but
If he gives you 1,309 touchdowns, that's
and
instant
that ain't
impact.
yo. If you just consistent, that ain't that hard to do
Right.
in
That's
the
that's that's
NFL.
light work. That's light work. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like we just overthink it. It's like the Will McClay has the pressure of feeling like he's a draft guru, and he's like, I gotta outsmart all of y'all. And
Right.
it's like,
I gotta do
no,
it the most complicated way. Yeah.
just get the dude. It's a beast in front of you.
Right.
Like, don't overthink. Like, if everybody gone and Luther Burden there, don't overthink it.
But see what happens is right. People will knock Howie and be like, "Oh, Howie draft simple. Anybody." Well, yeah. I'm not gonna overcomplicate it.
He died.
Quinn,
Look,
Quinn
he
y'all
took
Mitchell's the
Nolan
best.
Smith,
Quinn y'all
and
Mitchell's
even
one
I
of the
was
best
hating.
corners in the draft. He slide. I'm gonna go get him.
Then
I'm
he said,
not
I'm
gonna.
gonna double down and get another one.
Right. Yeah. Y'all let two top five corners slide the draft. I'm gonna go get them both. Boom.
Yeah, like when he went and got Nolan Smith, people was like, they don't need no edge rusher. I'm getting one.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna get him.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Because they had Riddick still. Yeah. So it's just one of those things, man. It's just one of those things. But yo, we appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Man,
Like I
thank you,
said, I will
bro.
be. I appreciate you, dog, for chiming. Like I said, I'm just vibing here in the hotel, getting ready for tomorrow. But I will be live at the combine
Now, when you
tomorrow.
going, I'm gonna be at work watching.
So I'm not sure if I'm probably. I mean, because I get there. First interview start at 9. I'll probably get there like at 8 a.m.
You doing some clips
Whatnot.
and stuff, or
Yeah, I'm gonna do clips and might go live because depending on how the internet reception is, I gotta charge my battery
well,
packs
as
and all
long as
that
you
stuff.
post it on X, I got your joint tapped in,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna make sure everybody know.
Yeah, it'll be on the YouTube channel, so I'll post all that stuff, man. Asking questions and yeah, we're gonna do what we do. We'll have fun. So I'll be here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and that's it. So
Don't worry, y'all.
yeah,
Tuck not gonna ask them if they interviewed with the
have
Cowboys.
you interviewed with have you spoken to the Cowboys? I am not standing on my feet all damn day to get to the podium and ask, have you spoken to the Cowboys? Nah, I'm good.
I'm just gonna text you and hear what you the real stuff when you're at the combine. What are you hearing behind the scenes?
Yeah, that's what I
I
was
know you
saying
gonna hear
earlier.
some stuff.
I'm not sure if you was on. Like when I went down to the hotel lobby, there's like a Saint Scout, um, Tampa, shit, was it Jets? I forgot the other team, but yeah, we were just down there. Like I said, it's like Comic Con for draft nerds. You see what I'm saying? So they were just down there talking. I'm kind of talking. They're talking about Benjamin Morrison out of Notre Dame's like their top cornerback, and so you start hearing stuff. But
He
that's
got
when
an
people
injury
start.
issue, right?
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, it's nothing too crazy.
That
Well, I don't
sounds
want
like
to
a
say too.
second round Cowboy.
Well,
That sounds.
it depends on the medicals, right? So we'll see how
You know
those
how we
medicals start.
do. We'll take
Yeah,
an
yeah, you
injured
know what
player
I'm
in the second
saying.
round.
Yeah, when those medicals start, that's what I'm saying. So like when people say, "Oh, Mel Kiper had," bro, you haven't got the medicals. Like shit's never confirmed you get the medicals. Like that's when everything changes.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone's kind of just been talking, so it's like, yeah, we kind of hear, me being nosy. Oh, okay,
That's
yeah.
why. Look, don't worry. I'm gonna be bugging you. Tuck, what you hearing?
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, all right, all right, well, on my well, we can scratch that McMillan shit off the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Twitter will give you a false sense like of what's really going on. And then cause I remember it was the draft when we drafted Mozzie. It was in Kansas City, right? And y'all
Yeah.
remember everyone had, oh, we can get Darnell Wright. We can get Darnell Wright out of Tennessee. Bro, as soon as I walked in the draft room, bro, there was like 5 different stations, Atlanta, New Orleans, was like, Darnell Wright. I'm like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't going to slide.
Bro, I think this is what I think, and I'll let you go with this. This is what I think, because great point. McMillan's probably not going to be there, like we all feel.
Right,
Genty probably won't be there. My point is, it's so many good players still.
right,
We should be fine.
right,
It's the don't it all these consensus players that should be around in the top 12. Someone good should be there because a quarterback's going to go we don't expect, a pass rusher we don't expect, and a Mason Graham or somebody might fall to you. Something stupid
right,
might happen.
right.
Don't overthink
All you
it.
need is a bad medical and a bad performance this week.
But my point is, if a certain person rises up and a person falls to you that is right in the rank he should be, don't go get the player that probably can go in their 20s
Right.
Like that's what pisses me off.
We really liked. Like, nah, bro. Like, just go get the best
Yeah,
player.
like if it's a person that's the consensus top 15, get one of them. Don't be like, yo, I know he probably could have went 28th. Bro, wait till we pick in 28th.
Right.
like that's all I'm saying. That's all
Facts.
I'm saying.
Facts. But yo, we appreciate y'all, man. Hit the subscribe button. Check out my dog Rome CFT on his channel as well. Comment, like, subscribe, man. We're gonna keep doing this for y'all. Like I said,
Facts.
we just locked in doing content that we enjoy with the people that we enjoy, and that's our sole focus here. But yeah, we're gonna get to work. Y'all already know the draft wizards in Indy, man. We gotta go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get the cheat, bro. I
We
got my
gotta
dog
go
on.
crazy. We about to go crazy tomorrow, man. So
I can text my brother and get information. Y'all can't. I'm sorry.
yeah, get interviews. Like I said, y'all, I'm gonna try to get some interviews from Shotty tomorrow, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? They gonna
Oh no, you're not getting close to nothing Cowboys. They know
yeah,
you.
they gonna cut that shit all the way off security. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell nah.
Like, well,
You know
your
what I'm
Tuck got
saying?
locked up. What, he got close to Shotty?
Yeah, man. He trying to ask Shotty a question. Got Tuck up out of here, man. So we appreciate y'all. Keep rocking, man. We're gonna do some cover 3 stuff as well. And we
Facts.
appreciate y'all, Cowboys Nation. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Have a good one. All right, bro.